Oh, right. I was just like clicking around because I didn't think there was anything important. This one looks like a tote bag made of hemp cloth with a decal of Monomi's face on it. But that got your eyes and open was tote bag useful for a variety of common tasks. It's a limited item, only one person can have it. Oh. Tote bag is gone.
What's this?
Whoa, yeah, were you interested in buying that
Too
tote
bad.
bag? It's too bad, it's already sold out. Who'd you sell it to?
So stupid.
Stupid. There's no way I'd fall for that. There's no way I'd say something that reveals the killer is. So the killer bought it.
Shocking.
Oh, you got me. I remember you said there was only one because it's a limited item, right? It's not limited to one. It's more like it's limited to one person. What's the difference? When you buy one bag, you get another one free. It's a common practice to bait customers with bonus prizes. For some reason, hearing you say that just pisses me off. But that's interesting. Monokuma's account has been added to the Truthful section of your handbook. Now then, I should forget that I carelessly made a slip of the tongue. Looks like the preparations are complete, so please enter the theater right away.
I can't wait.
It's exciting, exciting. I am not excited for this, but let's do it. Movie theater. Okay. Looks great. Whoa. Okay. Apologize for keeping you waiting. World-famous director Monokuma presents a stunning masterpiece that reduced American audiences to tears. The Wizard of Monomi 2.5D will be screening shortly. From the title alone, I have a bad feeling about this 2.5D. That sounds
Well
so
then,
half-assed.
please relax and enjoy the film.
Sure, I'm just gonna fall asleep. Anyway, I'll let it play. You guys enjoy.
Monokuma was born in a remote village full of old people because the death rates outpaced the birth rates. One day, Monokuma was swept up by a tornado created by a helicopter gunship during a routine military exercise, and was whisked away to Monomi's country. Monokuma wanted to return to his homeland so he could go back to pestering the old people for change. So he began his journey to see the wizard Monomi, who was rumored to grant any wish one desires. Along the way, he met a very loyal group of friends. Monokuma met a Monomi scarecrow who was missing a brain. When he recommended that she commit suicide, the Monomi scarecrow hanged herself and died. He also met a Monomi lion who was missing her courage, so he pumped her full of arrows. He also met a Monomi tin man who was missing a heart, so Monokuma sliced her into lumps of iron. After a lot of other stuff happened, Monokuma finally reached the wizard Monomi, the great and powerful. Eventually, one thing led to another, and he started beating the crap out of Monomi. And in the end, he somehow usurped the kingdom from her. With this, Monokuma enslaved the old people, took their pensions, and lived the rest of his days in luxury. And he lived happily ever after. The end.
So I see what they mean by imitation killing now. I understand. It was supposed to be all the people that were sick that died, right? Except for Hiyoko. Hiyoko wasn't sick, and Akane wasn't pumped full of arrows. Man, movies are the best. The drama was so moving that I needed 2 boxes of tissues, one for each head. Hand? Did I read that right? No, then let's meet again at the class trial. Goodbye, bye-bye. I'm too disgusted to even let out a sigh right now. That's all I can say to describe the situation. Anyway. How was it? Actually, I don't even have to ask. I totally expected your reaction. That was honestly the worst movie I've ever seen, and if I could, I'd see it again because even though it was really bad, I liked it. Is it even okay to call that a movie? But thanks to that movie, now you know, right? Yeah. Just like he said, the characters who were killed in the movie match the victims in this case. -1. Buki's death by hanging matched the Scarecrow's death in the movie. Not just that, but Hyoko's suspended body matches the lion's death, too. Yeah, but she wasn't pumped full of arrows. And she wasn't made of iron? I'm confused about that one.
What?
It would have been a complete imitation if the killer killed 3 people, but it seems that wasn't possible. But why kill 3 people in general? Perhaps the killer is upset about that right now, or the killer's main goal is just an imitation murder. They shouldn't be upset about it, but I'm not sure if that's even true. The Wizard of Monomi has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Ding dong, bing bong. It's time to go.
Hello! How's everybody doing? It's me, Monokuma! Yay! Awesome! The class trial's gonna start, you know. So, make sure you guys come to Monokuma Rock ASAP! I'll see you soon!
It's already time. So this again. Need to go to that place again. We didn't get, like, any clues, I feel like, that actually point to who did it. Other than my theory, but I've had a lot of theories, and in the last one, I was kind of wrong. So, you know. But now's not the time to be a coward. I mean, I was like, out of all my multiple theories, like, I basically make a theory for each person, but, you know, I feel like I was pretty off. I was convinced it was Sayoji. Now's not the time to be a coward. The reason Ibuki and Hyoko became victims, in order to find the truth, the only thing I can do is go. Nagito's like, dude, I'm right here. Like, chill out. You don't have to yell. Out of all of them, this one feels so, like, so fast and so gut-punchy. Just so, like, here we go. Like, I don't know. This one's happening real fast. Everyone who heard the announcement had gathered in front of Monokuma Rock, and soon enough.
Welcome!
Starting off strong. Is everybody here? Do you guys want to go to the class trial?
Hey, jerk, hold it right there.
Monomi's such a dumb child.
What? Don't get in my way. You're just a dumb little sister who's short a few brain cells. My brain works just fine. Mine doesn't. After this, it's gone. It's turned off, which is bad because we're going into a class trial. I need that thing working at 110%. I need it in an imaginary number land so I can understand what's going on.
Monokuma, what did you do with Nekamaru?
Oh, I'm gonna be honest, I forgot.
I see. So you've come to avenge him. Avenge? That sounds like he died.
Swear to God, if there's a punch joke.
It sounds like you say, oops. Anyway, since Nekamaru is unfortunately unavailable today, let's just say he's absent.
Bye.
Now then, I gotta go first.
I won't let you.
I won't let you escape.
Hey, did you hear what he said?
Huh?
Don't worry about it. I wish they didn't have us talk twice, like one after the other. It gets really crazy doing these voices. And there's no way Nekamaru's dead. He's just trying to piss us off.
Damn it!
Of course he's not dead. There's no way, not in a million years.
Well,
More importantly, it's best if we worry about ourselves for now. If something happens here, every one of us except Nekamaru will die. Wait, what? Everyone... Wait, if we get it wrong and we all die, Nekamaru gets to live with the killer? That's crazy.
Why are you so excited about that?
how about it?
Who knows? Maybe I'm just looking forward to seeing poetic justice prevail.
Do you hear?
What are you saying, fiend? Yeah, true. You'll find out soon enough.
See?
Then let's go.
I'm gonna do it!
Alright, let's hurry up and get this over with. Yeah, you're right. We
We stepped onto the escalator and ascended toward the gaping maw of Monokuma Rock. And that's when I suddenly noticed it. I noticed our lined up silhouettes getting smaller and smaller. But I can't turn back now. If I turn back, I won't be able to press forward. That's yes, you're right. If you walk backwards, you don't get to proceed forward. That's how that works. Ooh, some of the dialogue in this game. And when everyone was inside Monokuma Rock, we went down. There's so few of us. I know I said that last time, but it's just painful to look at. The elevator began its steep descent as usual. But nobody said a word. As we stood there, trying to figure out what to say to each other, the elevator descended deeper and deeper.
Okay, but actually, who did it? I have an idea, and if I'm right, I'm not gonna like it, but we'll see.
And when it descended as far as it could go, it finally stopped. I have a lot of thoughts about this arc so far, so hopefully the trial carries. The elevator doors opened slowly, almost tantalizingly so.
Like in a good way?
Light poured from the other side, eroding the boundaries of the darkness, and I walked into that place.
Oh, whoa, this place looks awesome.
My, it feels pretty toothless with all these empty seats.
Well, 2 people got killed at the same time, and Nekomaru's not here either. True, that's a mass disparity.
Hey!
Is Nekomaru really not participating? If he's alive, you should invite him.
No!
Why bother?
That's...
What?
Well now.
Now then, let's begin. It's the beginning of the long-awaited class trial. Please enjoy it to your heart's content.
All right.
And so, the curtain to the third class trial was about to open.
Don't show me that.
Ibuki Miyoda, the ultimate musician. She was really loud, but she was the mood maker of our group. When I was with her, all of my pain and suffering just seemed to melt away. And then Yoko Sayonji, the ultimate traditional dancer. Just from looking at her adorable face, you'd never know she was actually selfish and foul-mouthed.
Okay, dude, she's dead. Like, I hate Sayonji, and even I'm not grilling her right now. I'm not throwing her over the charcoals.
But she was trying to change herself, and she was desperately trying to come to terms with Mahiru's death.
Yeah, that one still hurts me, too.
The person who killed those two is among us.
I hate that I'm doing that joke still. Especially right now. Ah, everyone.
I definitely can't believe it.
Oh.
But whether I believe it or not is irrelevant. Unless I figure out the truth, I won't be able to escape from this hell. That's why I must find out, no matter the cost, for our sake, for our friend's sake, for Buki and Hiyoko's sake. And so, the curtain of the third class trial was about to open. This life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Man, it's crazy. I felt like I was just here. Like, no joke. This one's gone by so fast.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
I don't know who did it, but I will make a
If
guess.
you vote correctly,
No, I mean, I'll
then
figure it out,
only
but,
the black
you know.
end will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person,
Yes.
I will punish
yes.
everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
We also didn't get too many clues for this one, I
Well,
feel.
who cares about this boring explanation? Let's
just
get
finished
on with
it.
it already.
You did the entire spiel, and then we're like, anyway, let's just forget
I
that.
don't mind starting the
You
trial,
did the whole thing.
but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out.
That's super true.
You know,
You were,
because I
yeah.
was asleep the whole time.
You were not asleep. You were just insane.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
That's a pretty good accusation,
But
honestly.
not because
I was gonna
not
argue
alone.
it, but yeah.
I don't really get it either.
head's empty anyway.
Oh, we're starting this one off strong, huh?
Empty head? Huh. What's wrong with that?
All right, let's focus on the trial, everyone.
The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments.
Anyway.
Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Oh, I could go on about the incident, but let's not do that again.
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease.
Why do I feel like Hajime sounds different?
The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 on the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
The only one who is unaccounted for is literally Nekomaru Nidai.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
We could have just slept outside. I feel like, well, I mean, maybe we would have been murdered then too, but at the same time, if we actually just slept outside together, I feel like we would have been fine, like no joke.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened.
Yes.
Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms.
Right, and I didn't check the other
We
rooms.
immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room, since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby.
Okay, so Mikan was also unaccounted for because she could have gone anywhere and I just didn't realize that.
And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time.
I don't want to like throw people under their bus already, but we have no clues. I actually only have one theory about who it is, and it's not solid at all. I'm gonna need this class trial to work me through this one. This one is actually a mystery.
When I
It's
pressed
more
the
than a
button
mystery,
to turn
honestly.
On the monitor, what appeared on screen was
Yep,
a
thanks
video
for
of
that.
someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
If we can figure out who won the hemp bag, we basically got it on lock.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story. And then what did you do, Hajime?
Oh.
I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling.
Okay.
I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Well, that's where
Because
everybody
it was
was.
close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there.
True, Mikan was asleep and Fuyuhiko wasn't even there
At
yet.
least, that's what I thought. The only person who came with me was Chiaki.
True,
I
Gundam stayed
remember feeling
behind.
a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We
True.
were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
That quickly, though? You know, the person... Now that I'm thinking about it, hold on. I just thought about something.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital.
Ibuki has long hair, and that's seen in the individual who is hanging from the rafters, correct? In the video we watched, that individual does not have long hair. Meaning... Was Akane there?
And then I noticed Ibuki was gone. So I sprinted out of the hospital.
Okay, not trying to throw anybody under the bus again, but like, where was Akane during this then?
Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko. So I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
What does various ways mean?
Various
Because
ways?
honestly, I'm with Soda on that one. Why'd you have to say it like
Don't
that?
say it like that and confuse people.
Huh, he's blushy during a double homicide.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag.
Yeah, but in the
So I
video...
immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't
Now I
open.
think about that.
Since we had no other option, the 4 of us broke down the door.
True.
And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hyoko's.
Which is interesting, because where was
And
it?
not just that. her body was taped to a pillar.
That had to have happened within 5 minutes. Whoever did this was fast.
That's when we heard the
Which
body
is
discovery
crazy.
note. Not once, but twice in a row.
Yes.
And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Yeah, but there's some other things going on here.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
Okay, I knew he was gonna do this. Huh.
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious.
I could get mad at this right now, however, this isn't just Nagito's character doing this, this is actually a valid criticism. Why would everybody trust? I know I've been like kind of the leader through all these class trials before. Why would anybody trust that I didn't have the despair disease or that I didn't lie to them about the Sayonji thing or even the Ibuki thing, right? I was the only one there. There's nobody else who could have done it that fast, right? And been like, oh, it's Ibuki, whoa, Sayonji's here too? That's crazy. I actually understand this one, and I do believe I have to fight my way through it.
Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video,
Yep.
and the first one to discover Ibuki's body,
Yep, this is 100% a valid criticism, even though I know it's not true, but I'm going to fight to the death for this.
then you
I will
can be
defend
lying
myself.
as much as you want right now, right?
Hajime's going to have to stand up for himself and bust out some evidence.
Why would I lie?
Yep, very true.
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Do you doubt me?
Well, Nagito's just a wiener head, so yeah, he probably does.
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it.
No problem.
Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
That's kind of hard. How do I do that? God. It's just what Kazuichi said. Nagito's the kind of guy who will just confuse us and make matters worse. Not really. I think he's actually clearing us, because this is a valid criticism that would have come up. Damn it, I shouldn't have explained it to Nagito. I'm in trouble now thanks to that. Alright, let's get it. Let's see what I got. I forgot how to play. Oh god, I forgot how to play. Oh crap, what do any of these mean?
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
Incorrect. I mean correct, but
Testimony is a lie.
no.
And the fact that Ibuki hung herself.
That would also be a lie.
Incorrect.
I don't think
Well,
I can
I mean,
deny that possibility.
correct, but it's not me.
After all, Hajime's the only witness.
Am I?
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Incorrect. Hold
Did
on.
Hajime kill both of them?
We still have
The fact
this,
that
right?
the bodies were imitating the movie means it probably is Hajime's fault.
Wait, imitating the movie. Hold on, there's some choices here, but I'll get it. Need to find that and break through.
No, that's wrong.
I had a feeling that was my other guess. I got the first one wrong, but I knew about this one. I was like, hold on.
I'm not the killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
I actually want this to be explained to me.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Oh, you piece of crap. You're so annoying.
Huh?
I was half defending you, dude. And you're even, like, putting me over the charcoal grill
Before
right now.
the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that.
Ah, yes, when I got it. It's
Each
dated,
person
right?
only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time.
Yes.
Isn't that right, Monokuma?
And I did it after the murder
Yes,
happened.
no mistakes there.
Oh,
Which
okay.
means there's
I'm
no
clear.
way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it.
The murders did imitate it, but also not, because Akane wasn't riddled with arrows. I remember saying that
Or
before.
did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Yeah, because it was crap.
Hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
It's to cover me. Nagito's actually helping me, which is awesome.
Nagito, what are you doing?
He's helping you, dude.
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation. Also provides a good warm-up.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
Alright, get meta on me, go ahead.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Chiaki probably does treat this like a game. She loves games.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
Yeah, let's actually start this class trial. I need to know what happened.
Definitely climb the stepladder all by herself, right?
Okay, here's where it gets a little left up. I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm positive.
No. Like, yes, but no.
Seals it. Ibuki committed suicide.
Okay, if we're really gonna go down this pathway, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm ready.
Ibuki committed suicide. Then who killed Hiyoko?
Okay. All right.
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide. Ain't possible, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone.
No, I think she was previously already dead.
So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
Ooh, that's a good
I
question.
could have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
Exactly. Okay, so it only took like 10 minutes. Could that have been done in 10 minutes?
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
I entirely agree. I don't think it's
That's
possible.
why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
I don't think that mattered. I think that was just for, like, show. Just to make us bust in there, right? I really feel like Sayonji was already dead when we got there.
What do you mean, a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
This is probably a bad time to say this, but Fuyuhiko, I'm glad you're, participating and talking a lot. It really shows, like, good character growth for him, and I think it's really nice and cool.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right?
Yes, as far as we
If they
know.
blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
You're absolutely right.
I hope I'm wrong.
Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
Yes and no.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Whoa.
Me too?
No, not Miss Sonia.
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
You guys where were you guys
The
actually?
others all have alibis.
True.
Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that.
Yeah, that doesn't mean Gundam is safe though. We're assuming this all happened in 10 minutes. This could have happened before. But then again, the putting up of the body would have had to happen in 10 minutes, right?
And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
This is actually really tough.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru.
But he can't do it, right? We should get that confirmed.
Hey, why are you talking like, huh?
Wait.
You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
Wait, is he gonna speak for Nekomaru?
Please stop making bad jokes.
Anyway, if the killer was
Oh,
hiding
okay.
inside the
It was,
venue,
okay.
we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
That's true. I don't want to doubt anybody, but that's true. Somebody had to do it. You're right.
Way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
Then I'm sorry to say it, but prove it, you know? The killer was inside the music venue. Fuyuhiko obviously thinks so, but is that really it? I don't know. What is a semi-transparent glob? I'm sorry, what? Alright, let's hear this.
The killer was still inside the music venue.
Bang, bang.
By locking the door from the inside,
Okay.
they tried to keep us from getting in.
Uh-huh.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
Was that it?
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
Oh, true.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
you talking about the broken drumstick?
Yes.
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door.
Yes.
By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
Really? Okay, that's
so they
what.
looked like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Wait, that's not possible.
The person's remark contradicts the truth. I should be able to prove that with my evidence.
Yeah, hold on. Brain working.
I locked the door from the inside.
No, that's wrong.
Interesting. It was the first one. Okay. I knew it had something to do with this weird stuff.
Wait a sec. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
Yes, because the because the broken drumstick would still have to be put in, right? Right?
From the outside. How?
Right?
There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
That is, but still, what about the drumstick?
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
Yeah, but it would have to be adhesive.
Wasn't rubber at all. That semi-transparent glob was probably...
Wait, what? Glue?
I see.
Huh? How? In what way?
Semi-transparent glob. Must have been glue.
I mean, like, it acted like glue, but, like, how did they get
Glue?
Where did that come from?
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, explain to me. I have a brain of, like, one cell there that explained everything, literally, what I just said. Anyway.
It had a firm, gel-like chewiness. And I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth.
Oh, yeah, she ate it. That's right.
Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
From where, though?
I didn't know glue was edible.
Like, I think all children's glue is actually.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
You're not supposed to, but I think it actually is safe to ingest.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched.
Yeah.
Putting it in the gaps of the closed door must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
Yeah, but what kind of glue are we talking about? 4 people slammed into that thing.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly. But if you just stick them together with glue,
Yeah.
you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know?
Okay, yeah, let's work
That
through
doesn't
this.
really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
No, we still slammed into it with 4 people. Glue wouldn't do that. I can't put, like, Elmer's glue in my door right now, leave it unlocked, and then, you know, I would just charge it, and it would just be like, oh crap, I can't get through.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnatural.
Oh, like they broke it prior and put it there. But then wouldn't I see that?
It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
10 minutes after I left?
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose? I totally fell for that fucking trap.
I did too.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
You're still not off the hook,
In a
guys.
quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
Listen, it's late at night, and this filter, whatever you got on, is literally frying my eyeballs out of my skull.
So, during
Thank
the
you
10
for getting rid
minutes
of that.
Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space.
I don't think he murdered her. I think she was previously dead somehow, and just nobody found her.
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
That part, I think, happened, yeah, during.
Even quick work has limits.
Yeah.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
Huh?
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue.
No. Can we all, like, shut up for a second and just... Why would Mikan blatantly say that's too much work for a slowpoke like me? Why would she, like, just get defensive about that and be like, oh, no way I could have done that, right, guys? And then we move on from that? What? That's weird.
Must have done it earlier than that.
I don't, hold on. My theory's going out the window, and Mikan, sorry to put you under the bus right now and start revving the engine, but, that was weird.
But when
earlier.
Hajime
That's
got
what I'm
to
saying.
the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
That doesn't mean that they couldn't have put it somewhere and then done it like real fast. They didn't have to kill her there.
And when you went back with everyone else, Hyoko's body was there too, right?
Yes.
But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hyoko was actually killed earlier.
Yes, but who did that?
Just revealed?
Why?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too. Here, I have proof.
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
My brain is trying to work it out, but it can't.
That's right, but just what is this scrap anyway?
This is extraordinarily true. I'm being spoon-fed this trial. I actually have no idea what's going on. They're just like, open your mouth, and I'm like, I don't get it. And they're like, okay, that's fine. We have more. You gotta eat the whole thing. And I'm like, oh boy. Like, you know, I feel lost right now. That scrap that was stuck at the baton lighting in the music venue. Now, I should be able to figure out what it is. Not Hangman's girl. Oh, God. Ooh, I'll be back. Don't mind all this, like, nonsense that's happening. I don't mind losing health in Hangman's Gambit as long as I get through it, okay? It's wallpaper.
Scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room?
Mm-hmm. The ones that we found in there and that I was like, this is weird.
There should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap.
Yes, I didn't even think about that, and the reason is because I was clicking on it and I swear it didn't give me a clue for it. It's because the scrap was the clue from it.
There was also a
I already
tear
had
along
it.
the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so,
Yeah, but why?
Right. You overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting, tear in the wallpaper. See? It fits perfectly.
That's weird that we're able to determine that just from not having all that wallpaper here, but I would believe that, yes. That is,
I see.
yes.
So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
But why was it caught on the baton lighting
what's wrong with
unless...
Does it have something to do with Hyoko's body disappearing?
Wait,
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that.
all right, buddy. But that, wait, hold on. That means they covered it?
But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
That scrap of paper stuck to the baton lighting was part of that wallpaper I found in the storage room. It is connected to the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body. If I trace it back from there, the answer should become clear. Alright, let's give this a try.
Logic dive. Wait, oh wait, yes! I like this one. I forgot how to play it, but let's get it! This is fast, this is slow. Okay, got it. I go nasty. Wait, what? I forgot how to jump. How do you jump? Oh, it's that button. Okay, I got this. Hujewski. And then I'm like, whoa. And then I'm like, oh, whoa. I actually like this one. This one's sick. Ooh! Get it, get it, get it, get it. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Ooh, this reminds me of Steep. Anybody play that? No? My twos of viewers never saw that? Wait, why did Hyoko's body suddenly appear at the crime scene? It was brought there, it was hidden. Sorry to say, it was hidden. What if I was just wrong? Alright, get it, get it, get it. Get it constantly. I'm locked in. Come on, give me the next question. What did the killer use to hide her body? It had to have been the wallpaper, right? But, like, I'm a little confused about that. This logic dive is definitely less logic and more just, like, the only thing it could possibly be. Hup. 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 Shabushki. Ah. All right, question 3. How did the killer hide her body with the wallpaper? They covered the pillar, they formed a wall? They must have formed a wall. They must have covered the pillar. That's the only thing that makes sense. Now, explain to me how it makes sense, please. Shublongo. Okay. They covered the pillar. Okay, wait.
It's all coming together.
Wouldn't there be a giant bulge, you know, of her giant body? I mean, she was small,
Kyoko's body
but
was hidden before we found it.
yeah, but wouldn't that make a dent? I mean, I guess I wouldn't notice it. Was that there? And I was just too... I wonder if I go and look back, if that was actually there or not.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
Yes, but that's because they did it before.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
What? They hid the pillar?
Right?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar.
But... I guess I would have to look at it, right? Let's look at
So
it.
when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there.
It is a different wallpaper than the one on the left, isn't it? It's like completely wrapped up. Yeah. You would still see a giant indent, like a perfect, like cartoon, like runs into a steel wall, like Wile E. Coyote style or Roadrunner, and like makes an indent.
However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
And no, she would still stick out, but
Well,
I
that's
get what you're going for.
I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
Yeah, and you wouldn't look at the pillar. I get that, I
So
get
they
that.
used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
And then when they ripped it off, it got caught on the baton lighting. Okay.
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar. So using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Oh, they didn't press it against the pillar. They just used like that little circle above there to put it on it. Okay, so it makes a circle from... Okay, so that's why the body indent wouldn't appear.
The reason
That
the
makes
wallpaper was
sense.
covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
Correct. Okay,
That's
I
how
get
they
it.
hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
But who is in there?
The killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper.
Don't they always make a mistake somehow?
Because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
Yeah.
Killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on it.
This is such a convoluted plan, though.
Going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
This is all true. I'm just thinking about, like, how overcomplicated this all is. Why didn't they just, like, walk in there and be like, hey, Ibuki, stab her with a knife and then walk out? Or, like, you know, who would have found her? Like, why go through all this trouble to make it look like all this just to leave evidence behind? I feel like, you know, the killers in this game, maybe we could just... Maybe we could just keep it simple, stupid, you know?
The crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone.
Yeah,
Just
I
have to
guess.
pull off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, but this is still a lot to do in 10 minutes.
When was Hiyoko actually killed?
This I am
Good
curious
point.
about.
And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
Yes, please.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Glad we have a character that is as stupid as me so I could understand everything that's being, you know, force-fed into my mouth right now. I'm full, and they're still
Are
going.
you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
Just as I was getting into the trial.
Don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
Danganronpa knows how to keep you on the edge of your seat just to punch you back into it, just so you can get knocked out, sink into the cushion, wake up 2 minutes later and be like, oh, that's right, this was good. And then, like, lean forward again.
For someone who eats mothballs.
What?
I don't eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them. I knew it.
Yeah.
There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Yes, but no. I feel like they tried,
Ibuki's
but...
death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that, but Hiyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
But the
It's as
last
if
one...
Both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
Is it because they just didn't have enough
Why
time?
did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
I understand you're insulting my intelligence on purpose, but it's still insulting my intelligence. The reason the killer imitated the two victims in that movie should be able to explain that now. To hide the weapon, to let their accomplice escape, to mix up the killing order because they like movies. Wait, I'm not having my intelligence insulted. I'm just actually stupid. Did you mix up the killing order?
See. The reason the killer imitated two of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Then, Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
A valid line of reasoning.
I'm so lost. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm lost.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
Yeah, but that does make sense, but I feel like I didn't, but I feel like I did think about that. I feel like there's two alternate reality, like, versions of me that, where both of those statements are true. But that does make sense.
If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
What?
I'm not even crying.
Anyway.
Let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
Gundam, you're being, like, forceful all of a sudden. What's going on, man? Yeah, what the heck, man?
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
Ooh, she's hitting him in all chat right now.
Even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right?
Uh,
That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
wait,
What's wrong with that?
that's impossible.
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed.
No, you're right. You're right. Because her feet, I forgot about that. Her like flip-flops, they had blood on them.
That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
Ibuki stepped in the blood of Sayonji.
How right. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather.
That means something.
Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
You're Gundam. I get it. We're birds of a feather, man, but we are not flocking together. We're both confused, but we're not walking the same path to the conclusion here. You gotta come with me.
He's getting annoying if you're in.
It's not as much as he usually is, but
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed.
yes.
How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
I'm so locked in. Definitely. I'm. That's why I'm not talking. I'm locked in.
You're one to talk.
Anyway, if this continues, we're just gonna talk in circles. I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed.
So far, these bullet sections have been pretty good. Pretty good. I'm probably gonna die on this one, but I think I can figure this one out. Blood on the Souls is literally what I was about to choose, so yeah. Sir?
Hiyoko died. Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
I
that's
am
just...
telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor,
Mm-hmm. Say it,
was there
Sonia.
any sign she stepped on something?
Yeah, what? Literally, yeah.
Were there even any footprints at the crime scene?
That
Maybe
I
her
don't think
feet
so,
were on the
but...
floor. But she was like sitting or something. So instead,
no.
there'd be a mark on her ass.
Oh my god, dude. Alright.
Weak, I say!
As
It doesn't
disrespectful
even pierce my heart.
as Kazuichi's comment just was, I got this. Chiaki said Ibuki was still standing when Hyoko was killed, but is that really true? Yeah, 100%. Watch this.
Died. Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
Oh, nope.
Telling you to. Did you see her walk?
If her feet were, was there any sign she stepped on something?
I agree with that.
Miss Sonia, you and me are on the same page, even though you still don't have an alibi.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something.
I got that bullet first try. I was like, bang, bang.
That something was blood.
Yep.
There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
Yep,
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
correct. So it was Sayonji's
And
blood.
it's Miyoko's blood.
Mm-hmm.
Hyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
I don't know how she would die almost instantly from that, but yeah.
If Ibuki stepped on her blood,
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hyoko was mortally wounded.
Where did Sayonji die?
Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye.
Okay, Gundam.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
And a shepherd with no flock is just an idiot with a stick, Gundam Tanaka. If you want to cross swords, let's do
Does
this.
that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line.
He's gonna use that one.
Are you sure you're sure?
Yes.
I show you how serious I am. This world might be destroyed, you know.
Then I'll rebuild it. Piece by piece.
You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status.
Maybe Hajime has, but not me. I'm willing to do this.
However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
Oh, I'm ready. Let's lock and load. I actually don't know what this is for. Ooh, okay. I think I get it.
You're
Let's hear
saying
it.
the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hyoko? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no you can't step on blood that was never there. Just about you can see a nice nightmare.
Despite his exaggerated protest, I feel like I've already seen an opening to counter. Is this a
You're
trap?
saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hyoko?
Yes.
Ha! Impossible!
Uh-huh.
Try to remember the crime scene.
Uh-huh.
There was no blood on the floor.
Allow me to cut through those words.
I'm going right through that, Gundam.
That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Yeah.
Don't say such foolish things. You don't have proof of that at all.
There's literally a blood smudge on the floor,
Yes,
Gundam.
I do.
Like, yeah, I actually do. Actually, here's my evidence.
You look closely.
Yeah.
There's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
But he said that felt like a trap. Is that not blood?
when the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
Is that a footprint, though? That looks like something
The
else.
reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right?
That's the only thing that makes sense, but maybe not?
Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Yeah.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding.
That doesn't make too much sense, but I guess they covered the wound, but...
Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating, so I don't think they had to go that far.
Yeah, but she wasn't killed instantly, and the heart would keep beating while the wound is present, and if they cut her throat to kill her, that's gross, and there's gonna be a lot of blood.
Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe
Ooh.
the computer was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikon's autopsy?
Is that why?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
If the time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right?
To what?
It's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
Oh, that. Yes.
It
Yes,
appears
yes, yes, yes,
that
yes.
It is wiser to retreat for now.
Okay. I don't... Gundam, like, what's going on, man? You didn't trust me? You're not trusting, like, anybody? Like, what's going on?
Fine then. But regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Meaning...
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Okay. Okay, guys, let's simmer down.
Now then, let us resume our debate.
I'm the only one who can say bad things about the characters in this game, and also this game in general, and I'm the only one who can say good things about these characters and this game in general that is currently in this room right now.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
I would love free evidence. Please, Nagito.
Again? Didn't something like this happen last time, too?
Yes, but it was super helpful, Akane, so I don't know why you're yapping about, like, again.
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
Yeah, it's not suicide. I'm glad they're bringing this up.
Suicide.
Because it was made to look like one, but
The
it's a
same
murder.
as always, you have to vote for who the killer is.
Oh, wait. Hold on, this is gonna confuse me even more, so let's just
Think
listen.
about it. A suicide means you killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Why me?
I was about to say something and I just, like, yawned and, like, had a, like, my brain shut down. Like, I need
Nagito,
oxygen, I
what
need
do
to
you mean?
breathe.
If the victim actually committed suicide.
Okay, yeah,
Well,
I know where
I
we're
mean,
going.
I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
I mean, the possibility of that isn't 0, but it's like 0.1% because I don't believe that happened.
That's totally impossible! Then she never would have killed her to begin with!
Unless somebody told her to because of the disease, yada yada, we'll
She
see.
was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
Yeah, but so are you and
But if
Akane.
Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body soon after means
Unless she was alive when I went in there?
the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive! When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead. If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
And then actually did it afterwards?
She hanged herself. Remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging.
But the movie had it in it.
Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
That's also extraordinarily true.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
I still think... Yeah, something...
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my mind.
Speak freely, because I have no idea what to bring up, honestly.
If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, just what was that video Hajime saw?
A setup?
According
Yeah.
to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right?
There's no hair. That can't be Ibuki. the more I look at this, the less I think it's Ibuki.
Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?